Okay guys, so how's she going today? So, I'll give you guys an update. I made this video yesterday, but just kind of wasn't too happy about it. Happy how it turned out. So, see, this thing's been acting up again. It slips, but it's not letting me open the frickin' door ever. See? Yeah. And I think the cables are... Yeah, see, that's what it's doing. And it's kind of breaking the cable, too. I don't know what I'm going to do when that breaks. Gonna have to call the garage door guy, and he'll have to order me a couple new cables and put them on for me. I could probably do it myself, but how it goes inside of this thing, I have no freaking clue. No clue. If it ever should break with the door down, how the hell am I ever going to get in here? That's lovely. That's lovely. Lovely. Anyways, give you guys an update on some staffs and get some lights going here. So, anyways, I'll give you guys a quick update on the fire. My sister actually was able to get some videos. Well, she got one from when she was driving to work, and then she took a couple more videos on her way back home. So I'll shove them at the end of this video. But the whole freaking, I think this was more towards the city, kind of halfway-ish or something like that. Anyways, but. Anyways, the whole entire interstate pretty much is burnt to a crisp. Burnt to a crisp. So, and you'll even see it in one of the videos. I'll shove it at the end here, but there was a couple of buildings that just slightly got toasty. Yeah, if you look really close, it's kind of hard to see it, but my sister drove past the building, and more towards the end of it, like the corner, like the corner of the building, you know, like the corner of it, but would be on that side of the building, was burnt to a crisp. I don't think the building's completely totaled. It's just that they're going to have to replace that section. So I think it's just mostly like the outside of it that needs to be replaced. Well, that ain't going to cost much. So, but yeah, they burnt pretty much for the whole interstate. Trees are cooked. It's gonna be kind of hard to see the video because my sister's phone's quality is not set the highest. So I don't know. Maybe while I'm making this video, maybe YouTube will improve it for me. I don't know, but because I know one video was still being processed when I watched it, so maybe maybe they'll fix the quality too. I don't know, but so it might be kind of hard to see. I don't know yet, but I kind of already watched it. But like I said, it was still processing. So, but you can see that the whole interstate was pretty much all black, cooked, and it even climbed some of the hillsides on where the overpasses go. They're all burnt to a crisp, pretty much. And went on for quite a few miles. But there was actually a lot of other fires. I guess I got started too, but I think it was from the same guy. I'm not sure, can't remember. But anyways, who started the fire was a trucker. Was this guy that was working for this company? I forget where the hell he was from, but he was not from around here. He came up this way to work, I guess for the summer or something stupid, I don't know. Can't remember where he was from, if he was from Florida or if he was from California. It was either one of those places, but somewhere around there. He's never been here before, I guess. So I guess he came all this way up here to work. So he was working for a trucking company that hauls coal. I'm not sure where the hell they're pulling coal out of the ground, but okay. And apparently the company was told not to haul coal because it was so dry out. It was super dry out, you know, and it's still dry, but they're calling for rain for tomorrow. So, but apparently I guess the company didn't listen, and they sent him out. They sent that guy off with a full load of hot coal. And apparently the truck's been dropping coal along the way, causing fires. So as he's driving down the interstate at 75 miles per hour with a fully loaded truck, you know, fully loaded, full of coal, he's also losing his load at the same time. So the coal falls off, hits the concrete or the asphalt, explodes into millions of pieces. Well, you can figure it out what happens when coal explodes. You get sparks. And then the sparks went into the grass and caught the grass on fire. That's how dry it is here. So, but he was doing that all the way to the city. He came from over here somewhere. I guess somewhere close by. I don't know where, but he was on the interstate heading south to the big city, and they didn't know what the hell was going on. And people were calling it in, saying there was fires starting everywhere on the interstates. First it started here, and then people were calling, you know, coming home from the cities, you know, that live around here, and they're saying, hey, there's a fire way over here now, you know, and so then the highway patrol starts shutting down the highways. Well, they shut the highway down both ways, both lanes, you know, so no one could come or go from either direction. But the trucker was already, like, you know, obviously past that point, but he was still dropping coal along the way, starting all these fires. And the cops were like, okay, well, we need to figure out what the hell's going on over here. So they started heading south at like probably 110 miles an hour to figure out what the hell's going on. All these fires are starting just out of nowhere. So then I guess they pulled up behind a semi-truck, and I guess they could see that the coal or something was falling out of it, and they're like, oh, well, that's probably how it's starting then, because he's losing his load along the fucking way. So, I don't know if the trucker's going to get in trouble for it, or if the company's going to get in trouble for telling him to haul that load of coal. So, I don't know why the coal would have been hot, but I don't know what the hell was going on. That's just what I was told. It was coal of some kind that he was hauling, and he had I guess on his trailer he had a conveyor belt. Well, I don't know if he forgot to maybe close the gate all the way at the end, or maybe the belt was still on, it was still rotating, but really slow, and it was dropping coal along the way. I don't know, but that's what they say it was him hauling that hot shit around, and and they yeah, well, he was just a few miles from the city, and they pulled him over. They're like, dude, you're losing your fucking load, and you're starting fires all over the place. Oh shit, I didn't know. Freaking goof. So I don't know what's going on now. I don't know. I doubt that he's probably really doing any jail time. He might get fired. I don't know, but that's kind of not. It's his fault, kind of in a way, because if you're a trucker, you're responsible for the load, but the company is also responsible for the load too, so they should have knew not to. They should have knew to not haul that stuff when it was dry out like this. And I think one of my sister's friends brother or sister or whoever, or brother, whoever the hell he is, apparently I guess works for that company as well. And, or he did work for them or something like that. I don't know what the hell it was. But he says that when you're hauling coal, no matter what time of the year it is, even if it's minus 40 out, you're supposed to cover your load. And apparently he didn't. His load wasn't covered either. So, that kind of makes me wonder. You know, another thing too is that the semi truck was probably fully loaded. You know, loaded right to the max. You know, which is probably not the max weight for the highways, but it's max weight for the trucks. Some truckers like to fill them right up to the max. You know, because they think, oh, my truck doesn't weigh anywhere near what the road limit is, so let's just fill it right to the max, you know. I'm thinking what happened too is that maybe they overfilled them, and as he was making turns and weaving in and out of traffic, you know, to miss other cars, you know, he's losing, you know, coal along the way. So, yeah, that's gonna really hurt the company's fucking wallet now, because they're gonna have to pay for damages. Get this. There was damage done, well, besides the building, but along the interstate, there are power lines, phone lines, you know, typical stuff like that, like, well, these kind of things right here. These big giant poles in the ground, right? Well, they're all going along the interstate too, burnt to a crisp. So now the power company is going to be out there all summer long now, having to replace every one of those poles that the guy burned. So they're still standing. They're still up there, but they've been weakened now, so they have to be replaced. So that's going to be lots of fun. Well, on the plus side, it'll keep the power company busy, and they'll get a nice big ass paycheck at the end of the week, so they shouldn't be complaining too much. You know, they get paid for doing it, so, you know, that'll keep them busy. That'll keep them busy for quite some fucking time. So, because they got to do it all the way from here, all the way up to the city. So, because I guess along the way they've been burnt. So, and you will see it in the video too that some sections, because there's the ditch. There's a highway, and then there's another ditch, then there's a highway. It's a 2-lane highway, but one goes north, one goes south, right? So in some sections you can tell that it jumped across the road, burned the ditch, and then jumped the road again. So, and in some areas you don't see that. So I guess it's just wherever it's burnt the most, it's probably where he lost the load. So, where he lost a couple of coals at. So. But what a shit show that was. But that was bad. So, but on the plus side, you know, there's going to be lots of good fresh grass coming up now, because if you actually burn your old grass, new stuff will come. So, but I'm not going to be stupid enough to burn my lawn, you know, just to get fresh grass. Fuck that. I'll just spray it with some weed killer and, you know, disc it under and reseed it. It's better than risking burning the town down, right? So, yeah. So, that's what's going on with that deal. So they're going to have lots of fun replacing all those poles, because every one of them has been burnt to a crisp. So, like I said, they're still standing. They're not, like, they haven't been burnt all the way through, but, you know, like the first, you know, inch or two they've been cooked. So they're going to have to replace every one of those, which isn't really going to be too bad. It's just going to be time consuming, because there's a lot of them. I mean, to them, you know, they know what to do. You know, unhook the power lines, move the power lines out of the way, pull the old ones out of the ground, put the new ones in. So it's not too bad, but it's just, to me, it'd be hard because I don't know what the hell I'm doing. You know, if I was doing that kind of stuff, it would take me forever. So, but they know what to do. They know how to handle it. So, but to them, it's just going to be time consuming, because they'll be doing it all fucking summer long. Not sure how many companies will be out there. There might just only be one company, but they might have multiple trucks. But yeah, all this bullshit just because of one trucker. First, I heard it was that he was dragging chains behind him, or yeah, some kind of, I suppose like snow chains or something like that. Someone told me that that's what was going on. That trucker was driving around or something stupid, and his chains were dragging and it was causing sparks. That's what I heard first. But now they said it was him hauling coal, and and then the coal was just rolling off the highway into the grass and then burning the grass. So, but yeah, that was definitely not a good day. Definitely not a good day. But like I said, I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know if he'll get fired, the trucker. But I know that the company will probably get sued a lot of money for damages. They're going to have to be the ones to pay for the poles because, well, they were told not to haul in the first place. So, and they didn't even bother to cover the load up when hauling it. If they probably would have had it covered up, none of this shit would have happened. Or if they just would have listened to the damn rules and never hauled in the first place, we wouldn't have this fucking mess. So, but whatever. It's done and over with now. So they gotta. There's really not much they have to do. I mean, the grass will grow back, so they're not gonna just get under and reseed it. I mean, it'll come back on its own. So. I think the only thing they're probably going to do is probably check the bridges for damage. Even though I don't think the fire really got that hot enough to weaken anything on the bridges or the overpasses. So they might just inspect them, make sure there's nothing damaged on them, and then replace the telephone poles. That's it. I think. Well, and besides, I don't think there was any buildings damaged besides that one, but that was just a minor damage. So. Like I said, I don't think there was any buildings damaged besides that one. So, but it's gonna be a nice big old freaking cleanup for them. They're gonna have lots of fun doing all that shit. It's kind of it's a lot of bullshit, but you know what? What can you do? So, I guess whatever. Freaking stupid idiots. But. Anyways, I'll give you guys an update here on the land too, on the trespassing bullshit. The sheriff or the deputy, or whoever the hell was handling my case, was supposed to show up yesterday and serve him, the guy in the Red Ranger, some tickets and stuff for one for trespassing, another one I think for threatening. And then another one, I think that one was supposed to be his DUI or something, I don't know, but if he got the papers, I don't know. Because I thought he would have called me, the deputy, and said, hey, I showed him his papers, because I kind of have the right to know what happened. And I thought he said he was going to, I don't know if he was going to email me the receipts or if he was going to mail me the receipts showing me that. Whoa, birdie, holy shit, almost took a bird to the face. That's why the door should be down. Fucking damn birds. But yeah, so I don't know if he... Don't fucking try to be making a house in this fucking building. Stupid cocksucker. I'm gonna put a fucking 12 gauge to your face. Are we gonna get interrupted again? You wanna try it again? Maybe next time I'll just grab your ass. Yeah, you better go over there, you sucker. But yeah, so I think the cop or the deputy or whoever, I thought he said that he was going to, maybe he was going to mail me out, like, not like a receipt, but like evidence to show that he did serve him the papers. But I think he's gonna do that when he actually hands him the papers. Like when this guy takes the papers, then because once you take the papers, you've been served. It's like if you kind of like when you deal with your kids, you know, and your kids get taken away and stuff, you know, and they serve you a piece of paper, you know, and once you take that paper, you've been served. So that's what he's going to get there. Once he takes him, he's been served. So, I don't know. I don't think he's getting a fine. I think he's just, well, I guess a ticket would be a fine. You know, he probably got to pay the ticket, but I don't know. I don't really understand any of that happy horse shit, but I caught him. Well, I seen him out yesterday, out by the pond. But that was he actually came a different way, which is the way I want him to come because it's not going across my field. So that doesn't bother me. But I don't know. Maybe he did get served those papers, and that's why he's taking that route now, or because he just felt like taking that route. I don't know. But the deputy said that he's going to keep trying. If he doesn't get him the first time, he's just going to keep trying until he can catch him, which I think is probably never going. It's going to be never, because by the time the cop ever gets around, he's already out. You know, so. And the cop knows where he goes. He's either at his house, he's at the other guy's house, or he's down at the pond. I mean, there's only really so many places you can go look, so help yourself. Whatever. So, and the cop, or the deputy, or whoever, he did send me a picture of our land, the maps, you know, through my phone, and it's kind of cocked, especially on that one section. I don't know what the hell went wrong there, but the whole thing screwed to shit. So, because where the pond is, where his pond is, going north, maybe for a few hundred feet or something like that, I don't know, but it's another square section, and then it's got little sections inside of that. So, I don't know. I don't know what the hell's going on with that, but I'm pretty sure that's our land. So, but apparently from what the cops, you can see it on the map too, that it doesn't have a name on it. It's just like it's a blank piece of property, pretty much. But I don't know. We're gonna just have to, I guess, see what we can do about it. But you know, we wanted to go. We were going to go and get a restraining order put against him, and to figure out where our land was, and that's all going to cost money. And I'm like, what the fuck is this shit? You know, I thought this shit used to be fucking free, especially to put a restraining order against someone. I thought that was fucking free, but now you got to pay for it. Well, that's some bullshit. I ain't paying for that. So. But where they are driving on the trail in the woods there, our woods, that is private property. That is ours, because that's how the map is. You can see it. And actually the map, the red line actually goes into the river. But that's probably because the land has shifted now, because the river is eating away at the bank. So now instead of being straight, like the river was, like, because the river is no longer straight like it used to be. It's now got kind of like a little, you know, little wavy to it now. Well, see, we're probably actually kind of losing land because the river's eating away at that section of the property. So, actually, I think we actually do own a little bit of the river. But, you know, that's just because it's eating away at the bank, so. But, the trail is ours. It is ours. What do you keep looking over there for, cat? Your girlfriend's not over there. You don't even have a girlfriend. Don't even try. So, yeah. So, they were trespassing. And then, of course, like I said, he is going to get served his papers for trespassing. So, what I did was and get this too, in the dirt field on the west side, on the west side of the field going north, they have another trail that's going off to the left, kind of right before ours, maybe like a few hundred feet away. that turns off and goes left into the woods. Well, that just dead ends, because I've already been down it, and I'm pretty sure that's our property as well, so there again, they're trespassing. Well, actually, they're trespassing no matter what, because they're driving on the dirt field, which is private property. So, the last couple of days, I've been taking Big Red there and pulling some logs right across the trails, blocking them off, every one of them too. So, except on the north end, because the north end would require a lot of logs, and it would just take a lot of time. So I did the south end, which is mostly the way they want to come in. So well, they're not going to be able to come in now, and they're definitely not going to probably drive across our field to get in, because then they would be caught red-handed again. So they're kind of pinched between a rock and a hard place now. Because they really can't get in anywhere. And then on the southwest side of our property, well, then past that would be state property. Well, they have a trail coming up that way. Well, that trail's always kind of been there, but that goes up into our dirt field, which is actually a big no-no, because that's private property too. When you right when you climb the top of that hill, or when you get right into the top, that's where our property line starts. So I pulled logs across that too. I actually went pretty far to go get my next log to put there, because I didn't have any big logs. But then I remembered my uncle threw a couple of trees down there. I still got one more yet too I could pull down there, but there was one that I thought, oh, that's going to fit just perfect there. So I went and pulled that. That was actually next to our tree lines. I actually went all the way north and pulled that all the way to the south side and blocked it and put it across that trail. Now you have to remember too that a few years ago I did have it blocked off with posts and some yellow rope and a no trespassing sign. Well, the first sign, well, they ripped it out. No clue who did it, but I have an idea probably who fucking did it. But someone that probably thought it was most likely public property, and they thought, oh, that can't be there. But my name was on it. Our last name was on it, so you had no right touching it. So, but what's going to happen now is that this month coming up, nothing's going to happen this month coming up, because I got taxes. So it's putting a damper on things I want to get done, but you got to pay your taxes. So the month after, I'm going to order 3 signs from the website that Justin gave me. And the signs I'm looking at, this website you can custom make some signs, and you can somewhat customize them. You can't go full out, but you can put your name and stuff in there where it's permanent. So I just put, actually this sign that I'm looking at says posted, hunting, fishing, yada yada, all the good stuff cannot be allowed. It cannot happen on this property. I don't know how it went, but it had all the stuff listed on there that you cannot do on that property, and trespassing was one of them. Okay, but then after that, you can put your name or your company name or whatever you're going to use the sign for. Well, I just put my grandma's name and my name. So they can't rip. If they touch that sign, that's illegal, because it's got my name. It's got my name on it, and it's got my grandma's name on it, and it's on our property line, and you're not supposed to be touching it. So, but the thing is, the ones I wanted to get were only a foot wide by a foot tall, I believe, and for just 3 of them, it was $70. I'm like, holy shit! I don't want to go bigger yet, but I can't. So. But, what did I do with my fucking tape measure? Yeah, see, a foot wide is only, they're not very big. Let's see. Yeah, see, can you see that okay? That's a foot wide by a foot tall. So they're not very big signs, but you can go bigger. But the next size up, we'd be talking almost $120 then, so. I think what's going to happen is I'm just going to order these 3 for now. I'm going to put one There's a wooden post way down at the north end of the field. That's where our property line also ends. And I'm going to put one on there. And then probably going to put one down by the trail, but I don't have a fence post, but maybe I could hijack one from somewhere, I guess, from, you know, on our property there. And one down there where they're coming up on the south side there into a dirt field. For now. I do want to get bigger ones, but they're expensive, so I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to make these signs work for now. And then I think maybe throughout the summer I'll order some bigger ones and get some steel posts and stuff from them too. So, because they also sell steel posts and bolts and stuff for the signs. You can order those posts, I think, in 4 foot tall, 8 foot tall, and so on. They get pretty big, so we would only need probably like a 4 foot tall post, you know. So I think you can even get a 3 foot. I'm not sure though, but they had, you know, several different sizes. So that website's actually pretty cool. I like it. I don't even know where the hell Justin found that from, but he found it. So I was like, ooh, okay. So that website's kicking some ass right now, and I'm liking that. So, and our name will be like painted into the aluminum. This is a, you know, aluminum. It's not plastic like you get at the freaking hardware. Plastic shit does not hold up at all. Because every year we have to buy new plastic signs. You know, they're cheap, but you know, they fade and they don't hold up. Not like these aluminum ones will. They'll hold up a little bit better. So, and I think you can get them, I think, with a thicker paint, a layer of paint on them, so they last even longer, but it costs money too. So I'm just going with the standard aluminum thing, and then it should be fine. So, but I have those signs already marked and stuff. Yeah, nothing can happen, not unless something on eBay sells. Then things will change. But right now, nothing's even listed on eBay right now for me to sell. So, if something, I am going to try to list an item for my mom on my eBay account for her. But she said I could have some of the money and whatever things she sells. So she kind of splits the money with me. So I'm probably going to turn around and use some of that money to order a few more signs and some steel posts and stuff. Posts are expensive. They're like $4 a post. So I'm like, oh, okay, so 3 of them, that's what? Probably $15. Plus bolts. Bolts are probably $1 a piece. I don't know. Well, I probably got bolts, but yeah, I got my own bolts. But fuck, that was a good, you know, buy them. Yeah, see, these are a little bit thick. The ones they had were a little. Well, I got thinner ones, but so yeah. So to part of this long video, this video will be kind of long because the other video that I'm going to add at the end of this is about 10 minutes long once it's all put together. So, but yeah. So they are definitely caught for being on the trail. So, because that was definitely private property. And it was so dumb of him to, maybe you guys even heard it in the video, that he said that, well, you can put fences on public land, you know, yada yada yada. Actually, I really don't think you can, because if it's public property, you don't have the right to go block it off. So therefore, the fences wouldn't be there. So since the fences are there, it's private. My great grandpa would never put fences on a public property, you know. So it's private. It's fucking private. He's actually just trying to play dumb because he thinks I'm dumber than him. So he's just playing it kind of, you know, stupid. If that makes any sense. You know, he's also trying to be smarter than me too, but no. See, he thinks that I don't know where my land starts and ends. Let's see, I'm 23, 24 years old now. I think I'm 23. I have no clue how fucking old I am. I guess I'm getting too old, boys. But I'm 23 something fucking years old. I've been here since day one. I've moved away a few times too, of course, but I've been here most of the time, you know, about 99% of the time. I've lived here in this small shithole, and I've been on my farm millions of fucking times. So I think I know where my property ends. And even my grandma has even showed me many times, well, this is where it starts, this is where it ends. Don't play dumb with me, cocksucker. So, oh, yeah, and get this, too. I almost forgot about this. Someone, I'm guessing them, has been cutting trees on my trail. Because I guess the trees had fallen over, and they were cutting the trees away from, cutting them off, getting rid of them. Which is also a big no-no. They figured it was public property, so they were going to keep it open. Which is a good thing to do if it was public property, but it's not public property, it's private. So therefore, that doesn't give you the right to go turn around and go chop my trees. Just because they're on the trail. And I called the cop and I told him that too. It's like, well, they were the only ones down there, and you can still see the sawdust down there. Now, I don't know what the hell they were using to cut it, but they had to have been using either something like this little handsaw, something like this, or their chainsaw chain was really fucking dull because there was nothing there but fucking powder. When you have a sharpened chain on your chainsaw, you're supposed to have big, thick ass fucking chunks of wood. This is just sawdust. So I don't know what the hell they used to cut it, but they must have been there all day giving her. Jesus. But that's also a big no-no. So I guess no one else has been down there. So no one was down there. They were down there last year too, but I don't think that they were in the trail because they were riding around in the field. And then we told them to go fuck off. So then they figured, well, they don't want us driving in the field, we'll go drive in the trail. Come to find out, it's a private trail as well. So, yeah. Yeah, you're pretty dumb. You're a dumb little boy. Yeah, they're sitting there, they're drinking, they're doing their weed, they're doing cocaine, from what my sister has told me, from what her friends have told her. So, and how this guy can be fucking manager of a construction company, I don't know. And how the other guy can work at the bus plant, I don't know. Because getting drunk every day has got to fuck your brain up. Well, one guy looks like he's had it. The other one's got a temper. The other one's got a rotten attitude. They all got their fucking problems. I mean, come on. Get your ball sacks growing, man. Where's your balls? Mine are down here. Where the hell are yours? Because you're fucking still being a 2-year-old. I'm 23, 24 years fucking old, and I'm more of a man than these fuckers will ever be. And I pretty much well learned how to be a man pretty much well just on my own. And then from over the years. But no one has ever really told me how to act like a man. I just fucking, did it all on my own. If you can't tell the difference between the two, then you're pretty fucked up. Just like if you can't tell the difference between a fake war video game and the real thing, because some people say that that's how all these shootings and crap happen, because of the bad video games. Video games are fake. If you can't tell the difference between the fake and the real of that, then you're pretty stupid. Then you really shouldn't be playing video games. So whatever. Just stupid. People around here just don't know nothing. They just stupid. They're like my trash can. They're like my trash can. See how it sits there and it's being all stupid? Well, that's what they are. They're trash. So those people might as well just go hop in my trash can, because that's what they are. They're trash. So, and they're not going to get away with trespassing on my property. So, But I don't know what's going to be happening today, if they'll be out joyriding around, because today is Saturday, so they'll probably be driving around. Who knows? Maybe they're just going to stay at home for a while. I don't know. Well, they never stayed home yesterday. I didn't even see the guy on the Black Ranger. He went somewhere in his pickup and never seen him again. So I don't know. Maybe he went to see a family member or something. I don't know, but whatever. It's fine with me. But stay off my land. Stay off my land. I don't give a shit. I don't give a shit. I don't give a shit. Stay off my land. So you don't see me going trespassing on your fucking land, do you? Do you? Didn't think so, retard. But whatever. So anyway, guys, I'm gonna probably take off. I do apologize for a 40-minute video, but this will probably be like a 50-minute video because of the video at the end. So yeah. So maybe I'll add those videos at the end. I might do that. It's depending on how I feel. Right now I don't feel like doing it, but once I get in maybe I will. But yeah, so anyway guys, I'm going to take off. So I guess have a good day and stuff. So yeah, thanks for watching guys. Take her easy. Bye.